So, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another video on the channel. And of course, today we're here for the Leicester City versus Arsenal preview and predict the lineup for our game, of course, Saturday at the King Power Stadium. And as you can see, guys, we've got two very special guests. Starting off with the opposition, Leicester City fan, Lee Chappie. Hey. Welcome to the channel, mate. Thanks for coming on today, my friend. And how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm big apologise for the not getting back to you straight away on the replies. I don't always check my DMs, but I'm here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game as well. So it's going to be a fun little show.
Yeah, it should be good. And then obviously Seb as well. Welcome back, mate. I hope you're doing well as well, mate.
Yeah, not bad. Thank you. Yeah, looking forward to the game this weekend.
Yeah, man. Let's just dive right into it then. Obviously, we do go Leicester away. And so I'm starting with Lee, obviously. What have you made of Leicester this season, man? And obviously, I saw your last game and you obviously 3-0 Man United, right?
Fuming.
But before that, you know, you scored like, I don't know how many goals you scored in the last two games, but you battered Tottenham, and then I think you battered Villa as well.
Yeah, there was a 4-1 and a 4-2, wasn't there?
Yeah, so are Leicester really exceeding your expectations this season, mate? Do you think?
To begin with, we started off quite slow. Again, injuries and stuff, ongoing stuff that's gone on with the club. Not buying players, not spending money. It's all a bit worrying. I wasn't sure where we were going because, you know, you see like our rivals in the Premier League, or I suppose Nottingham Forest really, and you know the amount of players that they've bought, the amount of money that they've spent, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, we've been in the Premier League like 5, 6, 7 years. Why are we not spending money? What's going on? And you know, you look at Leicester City and you think, well, their main source of income is it's travel. It's duty free. King Power branding. That's what it is. The ownership's it's duty free. What's suffered for the last God knows how long? Travel. So I'm thinking, I've got no money. So clearly we're in trouble. But over the Christmas period and the World Cup, it looks like, you know, we've spent some money. We've brought a few players in. We've brought Christensen from Copenhagen. We've brought Harry Sousa from Stoke. We've brought a Brazilian wonder kid, hopefully, called Tete. And all of a sudden, Leicester look half decent again. Maybe it just needed a bit of a refresh and a restart for a couple of new faces coming in. Apart from the Man United one, which we'll get into probably in a minute, because I'm still pissed off with a red card which should have been shown to Sabitzer for his dirty. I'm sure you've seen my tweets. Dirty foul on Fars, which to any other fan, apart from a United fan, is agreeing with me. It was a red card, right?
Definitely, yeah.
100%.
Yes, they were the better side, but they wouldn't have been the better side if that player had have gone. The whole game would have changed. So, yeah, I'm still pissed off for that. But we looked good against United at Old Trafford in the first 25 minutes. We've looked decent against Villa. We battered Tottenham Hotspur. Confident against Arsenal? That's a different question.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Seb, what's been your thoughts on Leicester City this season?
Yeah, well, obviously they started very, very slow, and then they got that big win against Nottingham Forest, and since then, to be honest, they have actually kicked on. And like Lee said, in their last few games, they've actually been doing really well when they put 4 past Villa, 4 past Tottenham, and in that first opening half an hour against United, they were the better side. So I think with Leicester is that they're good going forward, but at the back they are quite vulnerable because they do concede quite a lot of goals. But going forward, they will be dangerous. And this is where it comes into this Arsenal game, because lately we have been leaky at the back.
Yes.
Especially against City and even against Villa, we were leaky at the back, and we got to be right on it. Otherwise, they could actually get a couple more goals, and then get a couple of goals against us, and then we could be in trouble again. It could be panic stations. But I think if we're on our game, we should win this game. But our form lately is a little bit of a worry, and this is going to be a tough game. The King Power is never really a place where you go to and just get results. Not always. I know we've won the last two there, but this will be a tricky game.
Yeah, you've got a decent record against us, to be fair, overall. But look, we're Leicester City. You guys are Arsenal. You've been a big club for many, many, many years. We've not. But there's a stat there that you guys can actually make, which is if you beat us on Saturday, it'll be the first time you beat us in 5 back-to-backs since 1930.
Wow.
Modern football, yeah. So I do want to get something out of the game, but like I said, I'm not particularly confident. You guys, even though when you don't look at your best, you still grind out results. You turned the Villa game round. Looked a little bit leaky at the back, like you just said. Ben White, I thought, was in a wrong position and missed out. I think it was a Buendia that got past him. Coutinho slotted in.
Yeah.
So you do look like you could, be weak at the back in terms of our attack in front, because our attack in front's got so much better since we've had Tete in. I think we've been so reliant on the left side of Harvey Barnes, but because we're so reliant on him, he looked weak going backwards because he didn't have support. Luke Thomas isn't strong enough. But now we've got that support in Christensen that we've just signed. It looks absolutely brilliant. It gives Harvey Barnes that strength going forwards. And also the fact that he's got someone on the opposite side in Tete, this Brazilian kid that we brought in. It actually gives some stability for Maddison to play off left and right. So it opens up the channels so much more when you've got 2 good wingers and not 1. So with Nacho as well up top, looking like he's getting goals and assists from all over the place. I think he will start again, to be honest with you. I think the Daka signing hasn't gone the way that we all hoped it would, with the replacement of Jamie Vardy style sort of player. I don't think Daka's the one. I don't think Daka's the man, unfortunately. Linked away from the club already. Linked to Galatasaray, Fenerbahce and a few other clubs as well. So time will tell on Patson Daka, but it looks like Nacho, I reckon, will start. Won't be Jamie Vardy.
So going into this game, right, how do you think Brendan Rodgers is going to set up tactically for you lot? Because I don't know if you've seen over the past games, but when teams play this so-called low block against Arsenal, right, Brentford did it and they got a result. Everyone did it and they got a result. Villa did try and do it, and then we've said get a result as well. Do you see Brendan Rodgers setting up similar to that sort of playing style, or do you think you're gonna counter attack or where?
I think he's going to set up the same as he did against Manchester United. Like I just said, I think we did look quite good. And Man United are quite a fast-flowing team with a 4-2-3-1 with 2 almost CDMs, with Mendy playing with KDH, Dewsbury Hall. Because I don't think Ndidi is going to be fit for a full 90 again. And I'm not sure if Yuri Tielemans is the one to start, to be honest with you. He's gone way off the ball in terms of his fitness. He just looks off. 60th minute, he's absolutely gassed, red-faced. I don't know if he'll start or not. I don't feel like Tielemans should start, but maybe he will. But I would prefer to go with more of two players in the middle that can really try and win the ball, because you've got Odegaard, who's a menace. Jorginho's going to probably start as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you've not got that Thomas Partey. So if we can maybe nick the middle a bit, I think we might find a way through with no Partey available, hopefully. But I think it's going to be a midfield battle in that middle. I really do.
Yeah, that is a fair point, definitely. Regarding the Thomas Partey one, when Arteta was asked about it against Villa, he said he needed another week, but so far he hasn't actually been back in training. So I think it probably is likely Jorginho is going to start. Do you think that's definitely an area where you can on a battle where you can exploit?
Well, yeah. I mean, I looked at the first 25 against United, and I thought we contained everything and really dominated the middle. Particularly Mendy, I thought was brilliant. But you know, I know it's the first 25 as the game's a full 90, but obviously that result panned out with, I think, dodgy ref decisions. I'm still bitter, as you can tell, by that game. So if we can start like that, maybe at home at the King Power, I'm not saying we've got a chance to beat you guys. I don't feel like that's really a thing. But I think if we can give you a good game and maybe even try and take a draw of some sort, I'd be more than happy to take a draw. I really, really would. But
yeah, Lee, we've got a question from Luke. He says, "Who do you think will win the league?"
I think Arsenal will.
Yeah, love to hear that, man.
I'm not saying that because I'm on an Arsenal channel. I've already said that with AFTV, and I've got another one later as well. I do think you'll win it. I do. Results are going your way as well. You know, Man City keep slightly dropping a point here or there, you know, and not getting the result that you think they would. You know, you'd think that you absolutely pan Forest like 3-4-0 and the dump. And, you know, it's like last night as well in the Champions League. They just seem to... They don't seem as dominant as they once were when they've got Haaland up top. I get that Haaland is a goal machine, scoring machine. I get that, but I'm on about physically on the ball. I don't think they look nowhere near as dominant as you guys. I really don't.
And another question is that Yuri Tillemans has been long linked with a move to Arsenal and a few other clubs.
Yeah.
Where do you actually see him ending up at the end of the season? Where do you see him ending up?
I can see him in an Arsenal shirt, but that's probably because we've seen so much about it over the last probably 12 months of him being linked to Arsenal. I think he'd give you some good squad depth. Don't get me wrong. He does need someone strong behind him, though. He really does need someone like a Thomas Partey behind him. Without that solid CDM, it's hard to explain, but he hasn't got it in him to go box to box without someone helping him out and putting a shift in for him.
What do you know what's happening with James Maddison, Lee? Because I heard he's going to leave in January to Newcastle. I think they was linked with him that day.
I don't. Yeah, again, you know what? The media seem to love trying to sell James Maddison off. I don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah, he was linked with us a couple of summers ago.
Mate, Sam, I'll happily take him. I think he's well.
I know you would.
Then we went for Odegaard instead. Yeah.
Yeah, and that worked out actually really well for you guys because he's an absolute baller. What a player he is. He's unreal. It creates space. He's got an eye for a pass. Just the perfect number 8 that you'd want. But going back to Madders, bearing in mind Maddison hasn't been fit for probably 18 months of his career. He's been carrying hip and knee issues for so long and still scoring and assisting goals. Still in the top.
Yep.
Imagine a fit Maddison. Unreal. What a player. And he's at Leicester as well. It's not like he's, playing for Chelsea or Arsenal, none of the big 6. He's playing for Leicester and he's still getting stats right up in the table. The man deserved his England call-up and England games. It's robbery of what happened to James Maddison for me. Absolute robbery.
Yeah, I agree. He was very informed. Career. He was very informed going into the tournament. But
again, injury has plagued him for quite some time. That's what you're going to get with James Maddison if you do decide to spend loads of money on him. You're going to get probably a continuous injury-plagued James Maddison. You're never going to get a fit Maddison. He's just never been fully fit, I don't think, for Leicester since he really first started. When he first signed, he was fit, but since then, it's just not been fit enough.
Yeah, what would you say your aim is for Leicester this season, Lee? Because obviously, as you said, you started off a bit shaky, but you've definitely picked up, I think, over the past few weeks. I mean, where are you in the league? Are you is it 12th, 11th?
I think we're
14th. Yeah. Wow. What's your aim for this season, and where'd you be happy with finishing?
I think the owner he's put something in place where he's spent £200 million to clear our debts. That happened about a month ago in the news. So we're now clear of debts. He's forked out 200 mil and got rid of all club debts. That's to do with extensions on the ground and all sorts of other stuff. So we're now debt-free as a club, which is great. He's invested obviously money into some players as well. You know, Harry Souttar's a good signing from Stoke. Christensen was decent. Tete seems like it's going to be hopefully a permanent after his loan spell. So there's money now finally being spent. I think the aspirations are just to stay afloat and stay up. The last thing you want is to spend all this money and invest in a world training facility. It's a grand training facility. It's one of the best in the country, if not the best. Leicester City's training facility is better than the big sixes. It's insane. You don't want to invest all of that money and then not stay up. You know, they've got plans on modernising the ground and building around it and turning it into state-of-the-art sort of, sporting facility. It's great having all these plans, but it's no good if you're in the Championship. It's no good if you're, not in the top flight. So I think the aim is to stay in the Prem. That's the aim.
Are you still in the FA Cup, by the way?
Yeah, we've got Blackburn Rovers on next week sometime.
March the 1st, yeah.
March the 1st. Is that last 16 then, or quarterfinals?
I think is that the last?
That's around last 16.
Last 16.
Is that the last 16? It is, yeah.
Last 16, yeah.
I mean, do you think you can go on a cup run in the FA Cup?
I mean, look, anything's possible. That's how we all are now, Leicester fans, because we've dreamed and we've watched our team win the Premier League, the biggest competition technically in club football. Well, they say the hardest league to win. That was a miracle, and to see us win an FA Cup in the first time in our history, anything's really possible with Leicester City now. It just is. We dream. We don't need to sort of just be that team where you're just surviving all the time. Why? What's the point in surviving? Let's try and win something. So, yeah, we could go on a cup run, and it'd be glorious to see it happen again. And it's another nudge to Tottenham Hotspur, who can't seem to win anything.
Yeah.
So, they have no rights on being a big six side in this modern day of football, clinging on to pasts of, 40 years ago, trophies that are dusty somewhere in the attic. They have no right to be in a big six. I'm not saying we are, but what I'm saying is we have done what they haven't, which is win the Premier League, which is what we're all in right now. That's all I'm saying.
Seb, this guy's been commenting. Martin Ligotti said, is Jesus fit?
Yeah, I don't think he is.
I don't think he is. He is.
He's so.
Not back. He's not been back in full training. He's just been doing some light work on the grass. So no, I doubt you'll see him.
So let's move on to this game, obviously. Starting off with Lee. I mean, how confident are you that you're gonna, even get a point against Arsenal? Because I'll be honest, it's been class from us. Yes, we've been a bit poor over the recent games. Even against Aston Villa, we scored last minute against from Jorginho. So, do you see Leicester beating Arsenal?
I don't see us beating. I mean, if you look at it in a different way on paper, we beat Villa 4-2 as well. So, if you look at it like that way, we're matched. But obviously, the table doesn't lie. I don't think so. I think it'll be a little bit too much of an ask for Leicester to get the 3 points against you lot. But the benefit of obviously being at the King Power, I suppose, anything can happen in football, especially at home. I don't think we'll have it in us, though. No, I don't. I don't think we'll have it in us.
I mean, last season we beat them. I think we beat you 2-0 at King Power, weren't it?
Oh yeah, I think the last win down here against you lot, I think we beat you 3-0. It was when I think it was the first season Arteta came in, and the fans were starting to turn and Arteta out and stuff.
That was Unai Emery's.
It was Emery. Yeah, I think it was Emery.
Was it?
Game, yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. So maybe my memory's slightly fuzzled. That was pre-COVID, right?
Yes. Pre-COVID.
Yeah, God. COVID's just ruined everything, hasn't it? I can't remember anything that happened during COVID.
And then you beat us at the Emirates behind closed doors when Vardy
was that the one that I'm on about?
Was that the 1-0 game?
No, 1-0 game. That's a 1-0 game.
1-0, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember. I just remember us beating you down at King Power. It was quite a while back, but
yeah.
I mean, you're a different team now. Arteta's really got you going. Built up a good side as well. Saka looks like he could score any moment. His goal again on that left half volley, wasn't it, against Villa? Roof of the net. great finish. Good, just a good player, and he all around really. Odegaard's unreal. I've already spoke about him. I'm not so sure about Jorginho in the middle. I don't know if that's going to work out or not, but one player I seem to be missing, because he was one of my favourite Arsenal players for quite a while, was Kieran Tierney.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what's gone off the rails of him. Yeah, I see the shirt there. He was one of my favourite Arsenal players, I must say, in recent times. I would have took Kieran Tierney in a heartbeat. I think we were linked to him once.
Yeah,
actually.
you are.
Brendan Rodgers with his Celtic connection,
Yeah, I think we were once linked to him. So I'd have took him in a heartbeat. What's happening with him?
I just think that onset of course, got Zinchenko in, and because he managed Man City, well, he's assistant manager of Man City. He actually converted Zinchenko, because Man City signed Zinchenko as like a midfielder originally, but then Arteta converted him into a left back, and ever since then he's just had a favoritism to Zinchenko. So
well,
I just
if it's working, it's
working at the moment, yeah.
But you don't change it. If it's working for me, you don't change it. So I get that.
But Seb, would you play Zinny? Because I said this yesterday. Would you play Zinny in midfield and put Tierney back in at left back for this game?
If Partey's not fit, that is what I'd actually do. To be fair, because if you look at Zinny on the ball, he doesn't stay out wide. He cuts in, he cuts inside. Well, Tierney stays out wide and delivers some great balls and actually track back.
He'd add a little bit of defensive to your midfield as well.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah, definitely. So what I usually do with every single guest is we usually like a 1-11. So
yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not prepped for that, but yeah.
So
I remember a couple of seasons ago when more Leicester players would actually get in our side.
Wow, I was gonna say that when Vardy was more in his prime, and we had like injury-free Ricardo Pereira, for example, who's just returned, by the way, so he could be in the squad. But I don't know what sort of player we're looking at now. I don't know if it's the same Ricardo or not. What a monster he was. I thought maybe him having that ACL is the reason why he's still in the Leicester shirt now, because I think he would have been shooting off to the stars.
He was brilliant.
It was unreal, really was. But yeah, I know what you're saying about the 11. More blues than reds, wasn't it? A few years back.
Yeah.
But I think it's the way around now, isn't it?
I should tell you what. Let's go through it then. Obviously, you've scored. Who's your goal? Is it you got rid of Smith?
That's another thing that happened. You see, a lot of people forgot about that. Was at the start of the season, during the summer, just before the season started, Kasper Schmeichel walked out and just went. Where did he go? Napoli.
Nice, wasn't it? It's Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It just shot off and went Nice, and I didn't see any rumours about it. No, nothing. It just happened, and it left a big hole in the goal, like legit. Like Danny Ward just had to step up and just pretend that he knew what he was doing, almost. And he's had to almost learn to be a Premier League goalkeeper. I really need a goalkeeper. We desperately need a goalkeeper. Danny Ward is not a Premier League goalkeeper.
Yeah, so we go round, so yeah. Goal for that one. Obviously back for them. Right back, we've been playing Ben White. He's actually been doing superb. Who's your right back at the moment?
Obviously, because of the Ricardo Pereira situation out, and then on the left side, James Justin was bossing it before he took an ACL as well. We've been left with Luke Thomas and Castagna, the Belgium international Timothy Castagna, who's decent, but I don't know if you take him over Ben White. I don't know.
So, what do you think? You go Ben White?
Yeah, I would actually. Especially, I think he's been, compared to this season, I'll definitely take him.
There you go. So it's 2-1.
Centre backs, obviously, we've got Saliba, we've got Gabriel. They've been our main two for the whole season. They've been doing superb for us, to be honest. And then for you've obviously got that phase guy in it. Who,
Wout Faes, who's also the Belgium international.
Another Belgium,
yeah. Leicester got that connection because we own the other side, OH Leuven from Belgium. I don't know if you knew that, but King Power own another side.
Right.
Which, in the Belgium Premier League, whatever you want to call it. So that's another conversation for another day. But I would stick Harry Souttar in because he's still got Harry Kane in his pockets somewhere.
So you stick him in alongside Gabriel or Saliba?
Do you rate Saliba?
Yeah. Is Souttar left-sided or right-sided?
No, he's the right centre-back.
Right centre-back. So shall we go Souttar and Gabriel then?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, left back, we would have Tierney, but obviously now we've got Zinni. And then you said you got James Justin.
We've no. He's out ACL still.
Oh, God.
He's ruined. He won't be back till the summer.
Oh, God.
We've got Christensen, who we signed from Copenhagen.
All right. How's he doing? Is he good?
Oh, fucking brilliant. He's opened up Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes has fallen off because, first of all, he got no support behind him with Luke Thomas, just not good enough. And then obviously Tete coming in on the right side, it's balanced out that attacking forward. So it's really opened Barnes up more. But since this Christensen's come in from Copenhagen, he's been absolutely insane. Honestly, he's become a cult hero down the King Power. Hopefully you'll get to see him and witness him. What a fantastic left back he is. Brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, should we give him, Seb? The guy from Copenhagen?
Why not?
Well,
You lot don't know who it is, so and we're talking about Zinchenko here. I mean, come on. He's not really a left back, but
shall we give him? Go on. Well, he's taken the time to come on the channel, so let's give him. let's give him. Let's give him.
Yeah, you can have him.
thanks.
Yeah, then midfield, obviously, you've got Yuri Tielemans.
I don't think he starts.
No, we've got Partey. I think I know he's injured, but what are we gonna do it in like?
There's no NDD. I don't think there'll be an NDD either. I think he's still carrying some sort of injury. I mean, he has been playing a few minutes here and there and being subbed on like for 20 minutes or so, but I don't think he's 90-minute match fit. I really don't. He might start, might surprise us, but he's been carrying these injuries for so long. And what is it with CDMs and bloody injuries? Kante and Didi, bloody Partey.
Partey, yeah, it's mad.
That's because it's a key position, so players have to be very physical to play in that position. That's why, and especially in the physical league like the Premier League.
Yeah. So should we go with Xhaka as well? Because I think he's been superb this season.
It's going to be Xhaka, isn't it? We've got KDH, Kieran Dewsbury Hall.
He's all right, isn't he?
He's an absolute baller. What a player he is. He's just got pure engine. I don't think there's anyone on that Leicester pitch that's got as much engine as him. He'll just keep going and going and going and going and going. Mendy is the one that scored that rocket.
Oh yeah,
against Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes.
For his first goal, that was a rocket and off. And he's a nice little magic player as well. And he got carded against Man United for nothing. I don't know if you see my tweet on that one as well. 2 fair challenges straight after the one on by Sabitzer on Fars. Within 5 minutes, right. Mendy makes 2 fantastic tackles and gets booked.
Mate, Seb, we've experienced the bar and refereeing as well, haven't we, mate, this season? It's been a nightmare.
I'm glad Lee Mason has gone as well. Oh, thank goodness for that.
Oh, yeah.
Glad he's gone. Yeah. Oh. Anyway.
Well, yeah, who was in midfield then? Xhaka and
Partey.
Odegaard.
And then, Odegaard or Maddison. Maddison for me, actually. That's how much I rate Maddison.
Really?
Yeah, and I said it even two years ago when he was balling out. I actually rate Maddison, man.
I've said it 2 years ago, but this season.
The problem is, obviously, when you're an Arsenal fan, you're not going to know this, but Maddison's been just making fitness every game. He's not fit. He's still carrying some sort of issue with his knee, which has been going on for a very, very long time, and yet he still assists and goals galore. So a non-fit Maddison is still smashing it. So I'm going with a non-fit Maddison.
I'll tell you what we should do is have Partey and have Odegaard and Maddison.
Do that. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah. Fair enough. Then obviously front 3, you've got right-hand side is... who's the right-hand side?
We've got the new Brazilian kid, Tete.
Oh, that's him.
Signed, who looks absolutely...
Yeah.
Oh, what a little baller he is. He's just up for taking people on, like Brazilians are. He just wants the ball and wants to take people on. So let him do it. It looks good. Obviously need to see more of him.
Yeah.
So we'll see how far he goes.
Obviously, but Saka obviously is going to.
Well, yeah, Saka's going to. So even I'll agree, Saka.
Yeah.
On the left side, though, sorry, but Harvey Barnes over, is it Trossard that you'd go with?
Trossard or Martinelli.
Sorry,
Barnes
Barnes.
should go in. Martinelli hasn't quite.
Yeah, I've got
Barnes.
Barnes. That's another
Yeah.
player. I think he's been all right. And
Do you think he'll get an England call up at some point?
Harvey Barnes?
I think we should.
At some point.
Yeah, definitely.
I think at some point. I think he's got a little bit more to go, and he's got a lot of competition in that space. You've got like the same roles as like Saka and I suppose Sterling and a few other tricky players on that left side. And I suppose he can go right as well, Barnes. He did play right with West Brom when he was there, so he can play both sides.
Yeah, then for the striker, I think you got
Clichy and Nacho.
Yeah, Iheanacho, innit? And
Yeah,
I remember last
Iheanacho.
season he actually played really well against us when we beat you 2-0. But
He's a crafty little player. He's not technically gifted. He's not skillful as such, but he's one of those players where like the ball will just stick to him no matter what. You get 3 challenges on him, he'll still go through them. But he can score. He can score from anywhere. He's just got that ability. He's just a nightmare to defend against, and he's earned his right. He's earned his right to be in the starting 11. He's earned that right. He's got assists. He's got goals. That's what striker does, right? I think Vardy's way off the pace. I don't think he's. I think he's done really at proper, full 90. I think Vardy's done.
He used to love playing against us.
Didn't he just? I miss Jamie Vardy. I miss that style of play. I miss everything about it. But you have to move on, and unfortunately, I just don't see Jamie Vardy starting.
What about Patrick Daka? Because I remember he scored 4 goals, didn't he, in Europa League like last?
No, that's not
he
happening.
good?
It's just not happening. Clearly, they've seen something in him where they thought maybe he's that Vardy replacement where we'll still be able to play that style, but he just hasn't got what Vardy's got. I don't think it's working out for him, and I think he'll be off sooner than you think. I think he'll be going. He's been linked away already to Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, you name it. I don't think it's worked out for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, obviously our striker situation. Obviously we got NK up front, who actually started pretty well. He scored against West Ham, Man United, Brighton, and then since then he just hasn't scored. And I don't think is that thing true, Seb? When he's had 5 games, 0 shots on target in his last 5 games.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, he hasn't. He hasn't done it since Man United. That is true. He's not playing poorly, but for goals.
Yeah, but he's not your main striker really.
He's not.
He's filling in a role where even I don't want to say Jesus isn't a striker, but I wouldn't feel like he's a solid striker like a Haaland type of striker.
I can see why you say that because his finishing sometimes does let him down, but everything else he does off the ball.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Alexis Sanchez when he had everything off the ball. So, yeah, I can see why you're saying that. I think that was why City played him more on the wing.
In a different... Yeah. But then again, I think compared to, say, City, I don't think they play as well as you lot anymore with Haaland on the pitch. Haaland is a goal-scoring machine, but I don't think they play in a dominant way anymore like you guys do. So maybe it's the Jesus effect. That's what you could call it.
And Seb, you've seen how important Jesus is to Arsenal.
Yes.
So
definitely.
But yeah, so for the striker, I guess we're gonna go with
Jesus.
You're gonna have to go with Nacho because Jesus ain't fit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Hey, we're getting on default. Default.
If you're doing it based on fitness, then yeah.
Listen, if you can win by default, take the fucking win. Sorry for swearing.
Anyway, Lee, I think it's how long you got left? I think it's 5 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, we're about there, mate. I've got to crack on.
Yeah, honestly, thank you so much for coming on the channel, man. I really appreciate it. I've left your link in the title, so anyone that you guys
cheers, mate.
Amazing channel. Just quickly give a score prediction, man. Can Leicester do it?
Head says 1-1. Heart says 3-1 to you.
Yeah, fair enough, man. I think it's going to be a good game, and it'll be a tough game as well. I'm a bit on the fence with this game because I've got a feeling that you lot can cause us an upset, especially if James Maddison is on fire, which he has been. Even as you said, he's not even fully fit and he's doing all this. So
exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, may the best team win, and good luck for the rest of the season as well, mate. I do hope we finish a bit higher up than 14th, obviously.
As long as we finish higher than Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa, because I've got 2 bets on at work, and I'll get myself 50 quid. So as long as we sit above them, I'll be all right.
Yeah, that could still happen. That could still happen.
Yeah. Anyway, cheers, Lee. Really appreciate coming on, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Take
See you later. See you later.
Well, let's big up to you, mate. We are going to continue for a bit if you're free to continue. We're going to
a little bit longer.
Yeah, a little bit longer. I've got so many comments going through. We're going to give our Arsenal lineup as well. But yeah, guys, we had Lee Chappie on. Big up to Lee Chappie, man. Thanks to Seb as well for organising it as well. So yeah, obviously, we're going to go through your comments. We're going to go through our lineup, our score prediction, all that stuff. But yeah, anyway, let's start off because I've got so many to get through, Seb. We've got Arsenal Alex, bro. I hope you're well, mate. Zinni is crap. Free Tierney ASAP. Big up Tierney. So what's your thoughts on the comment?
He's not rubbish. He's just better probably in midfield because of the way he links up our attacking play and he cuts inside. But to say he's rubbish, no, definitely not. But yeah, I do feel a little bit for Tierney, and now there's rumours that he's probably likely to be sold, and he's not, and he's very unhappy, which you can't blame him for because he is too good to be sitting on the bench every week. But yeah, that's an interesting topic. But now he'll be getting more games because this is like the last week where we've got a free whole week. Now we're gonna have 2 games a week, like from now literally to the end of the season. So he will get lots of opportunities. So he'll definitely get his chances there.
Big up Tom, mate. Hope you're well. He said Daka over in Ketia. Yeah, left back. Ramsdale got 2 clean sheets against 8th place Leicester. He did. That was last season, wasn't it? When we beat him 2-0 twice. Yeah. Jesus of Daka, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Question. I wanted Arsenal to sign Daka when he was at his old club. What was his old club? Do you remember?
Ooh,
mate, we should ask Lee this.
I don't actually.
No, I don't either. Zinni is crap. No, you must be watching a different season, Arsenal, Alex. From Austria. Yeah, Austria, a team in Austria. Was it Salzburg, I think? It might be Salzburg.
Yes, correct. It was. Yes. Yeah.
Tom, I don't think you're 10% Leicester. No, mate, 99% Arsenal, 1% Daka. If it won't surprise me if Lee Mason have got his Valentine's Day. Thank God he got sacked, by the way. Fucking good riddance, mate, innit?
Yeah.
Ramsdale, this is he's got 111. Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinni, Partey, Odegaard, Madison, Barnes, Jesus. So no Saka in your team. That's interesting. Yeah, where is Saka? That's what I thought Martinelli got. We got audio banners. Hope you're well, mate. There's only 10 players in the 11. Yeah, I think you forgot Saka. By the way, guys, it's my birthday today, but thank you all so much for the birthday wishes.
Birthday,
cheers, mate. Thank you so much for I'm 16 now, lads. But yeah, honestly, your birthday wishes, they've blew me away of everyone who's been saying it. So big up to you, my man, as well. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Forgot Saka. There's a free set on Balogun, apparently. Do you know about this, Seb?
Well, that was us. I heard about that in January. That if Arsenal were to let him go, they'll demand over 30 million or something like that. But,
all right. Would you let him go, though? I'll personally keep him.
It's a tough one because the thing is that when you go on low spells to get you going, but when you're bossing it out on loan, then this will be the problem, especially as well as he is. I'll tell you someone who I will cash in, who is doing well on loan, Tavares. I don't
100%. Yeah,
I don't think he has any future.
Yesterday as well.
Yeah,
it's like, you know what? I actually think he's more of like a left winger instead of like really a left back because he can't defend. Let's be honest.
No, he's a very clumsy player. And
he's very quick though. He's very, very quick. I think he's one of the best players in our team.
And he cost us too many times last season. However, if you think about this, revenue coming into this club has been a big problem over the years, and I think now we've got to get that bit right. Going forward, we have to get our selling right because it's just been awful over the years. This is one thing that Edu hasn't managed to sort out, is selling players, because Guendouzi, we could have easily got at least 30 million for him, but because I think Arteta made it public that he wanted to go, that was why I wanted him to go. That was why the price came shooting down. Same with Torreira. We could have,
Torreira,
Leno as well, but because of
as well.
Yeah. Well, Kolasinac, we didn't lose any money for Kolasinac.
Oh, we didn't, because we bought him on a free, didn't we, from Schalke?
But my biggest one is Leno, because he is a world-class keeper. We bought him for 19 million.
Yeah. Oh, exactly, man.
8, but because again he made it public, he wanted to go, and because he was demoted to the bench.
Wait, Seb, did we get nothing for Torreira?
No, we did get a bit. I think we got about, because we had to go in a few loan spells. So I think
I remember. Yeah,
we didn't get a lot for him,
but we signed him for about 25 million.
26 million we signed him for. Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying, man. Yeah, I see what you mean, bro. Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Partey, Madison, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, Martinelli. I'm a bit deluded. I mean, it's not that bad. I'm glad Madison's in there because, as I said, I rate him so highly, man. We got Arsenal views, my man from Ireland. I think we're in 3-1. We're going to get predictions in a minute. Cheers, Luca. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to Lee. We'll win 2-0 or 3-0, says Audio Banners. Take that any day. Mate, when was the last time we haven't get a clean sheet in ages, have we, mate?
No, we haven't. Since Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah.
At the beginning of Jan, but no, Tottenham.
You saw how many goals Leicester have been scoring over the recent games, mate. We got to be careful. And you've seen how sloppy we've been in defence a little bit as well.
Yeah, they do score. They're just not as strong at the back.
Yeah. So
the PC was Tottenham. It wasn't Newcastle.
Jesus will be back in March, says Audio Banners. I most likely, yeah. Saka's back in training.
He'll play.
What happened to Saka?
No, the thing is because on Monday, him and Jorginho also didn't turn up to training, but I think that was to do with rest. That wasn't really to do with an injury. And I know against in our last game, he did get taken down quite a lot of times, and a couple of times he was limping. But I still expect him to be fit because Arteta doesn't always plays him, even if he's half fit. He'll always put him in, and he won't. He'll never take him off regardless. This is one thing Arteta does need to do, is that when it comes to Saka, don't try and burn him out. But also at the same time, these referees need to give him more protection because that guy gets absolutely destroyed every week. And one day he will get a big injury and he's going to end up getting ruined. And I don't think that bit is right. But Arteta does need to manage him a little bit better than he does. Like, one of the reasons why I think the flaws have been coming in and why we've hit this sticky patch is because we haven't been able to rotate the squad. He hasn't rotated the squad as much as he should have done, and we should be doing. But I know we don't always have the valuable options, but ideally you need at least 18 to 20 players. That's
Audio Banner says Madison won't be playing though. Is that true?
I think he's doubtful. I think that's Lee said he was doubtful. But
I think it'd be in the squad. I reckon we can win with or without Madison. Yeah, we did it last season.
Yeah.
Only because Lee Gunner doesn't like Zinchenko. Does he not? I don't even know that.
I don't know. I don't listen to him.
Salzburg, I think was Salzburg.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was indeed. Happy birthday, bro. I'm turning 16 in April. Bro, happy birthday. Happy early birthday to you on April, man. Yeah, cheers, bro. Honestly, thanks to everyone who wished me happy birthday. I think I missed comments at the top of the stream. They cut them off. I don't know why. But honestly, I appreciate it so much. Big up to every single one of you. Cheers, Luca, mate. My birthday's next Thursday, bro. Nice one, bro. Happy birthday next Thursday.
So we can beat Everton for an early birthday present.
Yes. Guess how old I am. Don't know, mate. You're like 21, aren't you? 19. No, he's older. There's a high chance of us getting Tielemans. I mean, would you take Tielemans, Seb, in the summer?
Yeah, for free, yeah, because don't forget, he is available on the free. So I think on the free, definitely. And I still think he can add something to his game. But what Lee said is that if he can't last a full 90 minutes, and another thing with Tielemans is that whenever he loses the ball, he doesn't really chase back to get it. And that is also a concern. He can score goals. He can link up midfield to attack. And he has he plays a role in helping them ease their relegation fears. And he is still, I think he's 25 still, so it's not like he's knocking on. So yeah, on a 3, I'll definitely do it. But I do feel we need to bring in another defensive midfielder as well. But yeah, I'd have to do it.
Big up Ryan, Huddersfield Town Fan TV. Hello, bro. Happy birthday, my friend. Thank you as always, man. Big up to you, mate. Yeah, look, I've had a good birthday so far. I'm gonna have my cake later and all that stuff. So yeah, thanks for the birthday wishes as always. Really appreciate it, lads. But yeah, so let's continue then with our lineup and our prediction and going into this game. First of all, I mean, how confident are you going into this game after the performance against Villa, mate?
Yeah, I am actually fairly confident. We should really be winning this game. But like you said, we have to be better defensively because Leicester are a team that does score goals. Like we've just said, 4. They scored 4 against Villa and 4 against Tottenham, and they could have easily scored a few against Man United if it wasn't for De Gea. So
yeah,
our team that do score goals. So we have to be right on it. But are Leicester a resilient team? I'm not so sure. So there is that bit we can expose. And if you actually think about it, last year when we played them at King Power, I have to say it was Ramsdale that
it was.
He had this unbelievable.
I mean, we started off so well, didn't we? I think we scored 2. Gabriel scored very early on.
We scored 2 inside the first 20 minutes of them.
And then after that, we sort of like was a bit shaky.
We sat back a bit and then invited pressure, and Ramsdale did this amazing save from James Maddison's free kick, and then after that he was literally just a brick wall. And so Leicester are a team that do score goals, but they are vulnerable at the back. And to be fair, if everyone is on it, we should really be winning this game. And these are the games we need to be winning. And now we got that win against. We need to really kick on and go on another winning run. And these are the games that we do need to be winning if we want to stand a chance of winning a title. No disrespect to Leicester, of course, they are a good side, but we got to be finding some consistency like we did at the start of the season when we blew teams away. We've got to get that back now, and it has to continue from last weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Let me quickly read some more comments. Is it an Arsenal? Okay, yeah, actually, is to be fair, it's got the Arsenal logo on. And Seb, I don't know if you saw my story, right? But Arsenal, they wished me happy birthday on their website.
That is brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, they said happy birthday to Joshua. I was like, oh, bro, thanks Arsenal, best team in the world. Come on.
I've never had that, but that's brilliant.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. I was like, I had an email from it said Arsenal wish you happy birthday. I was like, oh, this has got to be a scam. And then it had all the players like it was so official. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, Audio Banner says I think next game Arsenal should play Fabio Vieira next game and rest up Xhaka. That's a shout, to be fair. I mean, Vieira came on, got an assist or whatever, if you want to call it an assist. But again, I said it before to you, said we paid 35 million for this geezer, and what's the point of him coming off 10 minminutes off the bench? Yeah. It's a money in it. If you think about it.
Arteta does need to have a little bit more confidence in him, and I think with Vieira, he just needs just a bit of confidence with him, maybe over the run of games. But I think this is where the Europa League will kick in nicely for him because then he can gain it back.
Yeah,
I think maybe giving him 10 minutes for Vieira now again is really doing him any good. But I probably wouldn't start him against Leicester, but maybe. Well, there'll be some games where he will get minutes, so maybe based down the line. But I probably wouldn't start him against Leicester.
Let's do the lineups instead. I'm going to give you mine first. Ramsdale in goal. I'm going to play Ben White right back. Saliba and Gabriel in the centre backs. Tierney left back. Then midfield, I'm going to go with. You know what? I'm going to go with Zinchenko and Jorginho in midfield. I'm going to go with Odegaard number 10. We're going to go with Saka on the right. He's fit, right? He's back in training.
He's fine.
Trossard on the left and Gabriel Martinelli as the main striker. And you saw that fourth goal, him down the middle. So let's try that out, in my opinion, Seb. What would you change in that lineup?
I would. I know Arteta won't do this, but I will go with exactly that, to be fair, because the team there is nice and fresh, and he's got goals in there, and I feel it's got a little bit of everything. Maybe a little bit of skill will be lacking in midfield, but Yeah, I think that'll be a brilliant. I think that'll be a brilliant lineup. But you just know, he will start in Ketia down the middle, and
Nketiah, Zinzin will be left back.
keep his place, and he'll keep Xhaka in. Xhaka, no disrespect to Xhaka, but
He's been great, has he?
I do think playing him every single week is starting to have an effect for him because
Definitely.
his link-up play and build up in the final third and final ball has been shaky lately. So I do think maybe playing him every week, but hence saying this, the players have had a full week to prepare for this, so they should really be ready for this. There is no excuses to blame fatigue or anything. They've had a whole week to prepare, and going forward from here, we're going to have 2 games every single week. This is like pretty much our last full week because now Europa League will kick in, and we've got that game in hand against Everton, and there'll be some more midweek games in April. So yeah, this is where
my man's going to line up Ramsdale, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel Tierney, Jorginho, Vieira, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Nketiah. Let's quickly, because my phone is about to run out of charge. So let's quickly, we're going to wrap it up now. Score predictions. First of all, I'm going to give you mine. I think we're going to concede, unfortunately. Leicester 1, Arsenal 3. Simple as that. Seb, what is your score prediction, my friends?
I'm going to keep the clean sheet, and I'm going to go with an optimistic 3-0 to Arsenal. I do actually think this is a game where we can get goals, but yeah, I'll go with 3-0. But we do have to be careful, and we have to defend properly. If we do, then we should be fine. But if we don't, then you could easily see like a 2-2 or something like that, or 1-1. You could easily see a draw from this. But
I don't think it's good enough, Seb.
No, we really have to be kicking on. We've now got, even though we got that game in hand, we have to make the most. We have to be getting these points on the board and go on another run, because we've got a hard April coming up. So we've got to be making the most of it now and getting on another run.
Mate, are you watching Jake Paul versus Thomas Fury conference? I think it might be streaming now. I'll probably will watch that. Yeah, I'm watching the fight as well. I think it's Saturday, isn't it? So that should be a good fight. Hopefully Tommy Fury wins. I hate Jake Paul. But yeah, look, guys, we're going to wrap it up now. Big up. I want to thank once again to Lee Chappie for taking time out to come on the channel today. Amazing guest. And yeah, we all know that he does look like Jamie Vardy. But yeah, I saw so many people saying it in the chat. Is that Jamie Vardy? Mate, who knows? But anyway, yeah, of course, Seb, thank you for organising this as always, my man. Problem. Make sure you follow Seb on Instagram, guys. Is it Talkcastle FC, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm nearly on 20k. Nearly on
20k, guys. If you're not following him on Instagram, follow him on Instagram. Amazing go host, Seb. And yeah, look, I'll be back, of course, Saturday, live match reaction. Tomorrow's Friday, isn't it? And I think Arteta does his press conference tomorrow. Yeah. So I'll do a reaction for that as well. But anyway, he's gone 4-0 to Arsenal. Ooh, fair enough.
Optimistic.
I'll take that. But yeah, big up everyone. Smash that button on the way out. Subscribe to if you are new. And yeah, see you guys later very soon. Come on, you guys, get the win.
Come on, you Reds.